Buongiorno a tutti signori, welcome back. As always, I'm mixing languages. I've been looking in my whole house for a place with a decent light, and I hope this looks right when I edit my video. So, but that aside, you're not interested. Today we're going to talk about, I also forgot the topic, great. Culture shock, which I didn't even know it was an actual thing. It was a colleague who told me that, and yeah, when I made a little research, and as I've researched about it, I've realized that yes, that's what I was experiencing, and probably also the reason why my videos about Germany were so. I was basically in a hating phase about Germany. So I have to admit that yes, it really helped knowing that what I was feeling was not just a feeling I do have, but something, an actual illness. I wouldn't even know how to define it. When I was telling my friends that I had this feeling that everything's different, they just told me, no, it's normal, it's always like this, I don't see differences. And it really helped knowing that, yeah, I was feeling there were differences, because there probably are. This culture shock goes through different phases, which are these. You start hating it, and I really hated many things about Germans. So the fact that they're so direct when they say things. When you grow up and you're told that that's not polite, and then someone starts doing it and telling you directly what they think, you can't help but thinking they're unpolite. And when just one person, you say, okay, I can go away and talk to someone else. But when it's more than one and they keep being so direct, and more than that, being what you consider to be a bad thing, you start to think the whole country is bad. But there are also good things. For example, I was on the street, and I like to go on foot. But the street where I was going on was closed, and it came this woman on a bicycle and told me stop because it's closed over there. So I didn't find it nice that someone told me what to do, like stop, no, you can't go there. But it was, so that was what I was telling about being too direct. But yeah, I would have walked for nothing, because then I would have had to go back. So that was basically a good thing. Another thing I like here is the fact they're so precise that finally they can appreciate when you do a thing right. And in Italy they tell you, yeah, you're great, let's go, let's continue, let's do this. But eventually they tell you every time, so you start thinking, yeah, it's just because you need to be polite. Germans don't do it if you're not doing things right. Another good things of Germans, minding your business, happened to me once. I was looking for this bus station. The signals weren't that clear, and yeah, I was basically lost. It was really late at night, and I didn't really like the place. It was kind of scary. I was alone. I actually met someone, but it was a nice man who saw me with this big luggage and told me, okay, are you going to the bus station? And yeah. So it's basically over there. And he was really nice and explained me how to get there. Oh, here's my cat. Meow. Go, guys, meet my cat. Say hello. I think when you actually manage to see things in a perspective, it's easier to accept differences. So that's pretty much it.